To another episode of Houston Art Tribe. I'm Kay Sarver, and I'm here with Anthony Pabillano.
Hello.
In his studio, and so delighted to be here.
Thank you for being here. It's an honor.
Oh my God, and to finally meet you. And yeah, I'm just excited. I have to just tell the story a little bit about when I first saw your work because I had seen images on social media and thought, oh, you know, they're photographs that have been maybe photoshopped a bit, and I thought they were great, but, you know, and then a mutual friend, John Slade, brought you up one day and started talking about your work, and I'm like, huh. And I said, yeah, they're photographs. He goes, no, they're not photographs, they're paper.
Oh my God, that's great. John is great. Oh my gosh.
He's
been a supporter.
Yeah, he is. He is, and he loves your work. And so you knew that you were having a show at CAMS, which is in the
last December.
Yeah, earlier this year, right?
Last year.
Was it late last year? Okay. Which is in the Museum District Chinese restaurant, CAMS. And I got to see them in person, and I was like, oh my gosh, I got to talk to you.
Thank you. Oh my gosh, I'm excited.
Yeah.
And first of all, thank you for considering me in your video series.
Oh my gosh.
It's really an honor.
I'm so happy to. I mean, this is one of the things I think that's kind of cool about this is, you know, I get excited. I want to introduce to the tribe, you know, somebody in the community that's doing what you're doing, and
I'm excited.
I am too. Well, I guess we're going to ask you how you got started with paper like this, cutting the paper. Well, first talk about what you do.
I studied art back in high school for 4 years.
Okay.
And I fell in love with dry media at first. You know, graphite pencil, color pencil, soft pastel, charcoal. So the whole spectrum of dry media. Yeah. And beyond the materials, I fell in love with the subject matter of people. So actually my AP art portfolio back then was all about rendering the human form.
Yes.
Specifically, I remember one section of the portfolio was about fears, phobias.
Okay, yeah.
And so I've always been interested in rendering the human form.
Yeah.
And actually in my junior year of high school, my art teacher had brought out a box of old wallpaper scraps.
Oh, that's cool.
I know. So she said she just found them in her closet and brought it out one day, and it intrigued me.
Yeah.
So I started looking through the box of the wallpaper scraps, and I saw some pieces that I wanted to do something with. And because of my love of the human form, I started cutting them into people. And actually, my very first piece that I made out of that was
it's over there. Oh, that's nice.
The incomplete nativity scene.
Oh my goodness. Clearly, it's amazing, isn't it, how a project, a simple thing that comes up that someone else suggests can send you in a direction.
In a different direction,
And I think this is what's really important too, is that, you know, you don't necessarily have to have years and years and years of experience behind you. And I know a lot of the artists I feature do, and they establish some sort of recognition. But I love that you're in the stage you're in now, and I think it's exciting work. You have to understand it. He's got on his website, there's this time-lapse video, and it shows you working on them, on one piece or a couple pieces. But when you first see the work, you realize the depth of the paper sometimes, and you can see all the layers. And I'm just taken by that. And I've never seen this done before. I've seen, paper being used in different ways, but this is so unique.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, actually those two pieces right there are the first.
Are the first ones.
Yeah, the ones I did back in high school.
Yeah.
The one at the top, one with the squares.
I love
they're just geometric pieces that,
Yeah.
I pasted together, edge to edge.
Uh-huh.
And then the wallpaper scraps, I started cutting into paper. And that's when I got the idea, what if I start cutting blocks of paper?
And
then layering
it.
in a way that there's a gradual gradation of tone and value.
And also, I love that you didn't just think of the form of the figure, but what was going on around it. Like you've even layered. I think that's you, right?
Self-portrait.
And you layered the white behind you, even, which it might be too subtle to see in an image on your site, but seeing it live, you've got to see it live,
Thank you.
But also, I like that you took, some geometric forms around behind some of the figures or around them, and sort of created design, there. I thought that was very creative.
Thank you. It's like kind of going back to my first love back in grade school, high school, which was math and science. I was kind of a nerd back then.
Oh, hey.
Then I picked up art.
We love nerds.
Thank you. This is actually a self-portrait of, I kind of created this as a way to portray my view of me the past few years. And, like at the beginning, I didn't really see myself clearly, but over time, I saw myself more and more as an artist.
No, that is beautiful, because that's what I read when I saw this. It's like you're in this faded sort of state, and then it's sort of getting stronger, and by the last one you come into focus. And I was very strong.
Oh, thank you.
I know what I wanted to ask you. You have a bit of working with fiber or sewing, I believe, background?
A little bit. So in high school, it all goes back to high school. Because in high school there was this program where we had to do a year-long project.
Okay.
And at the end of the year, we present what we learned the past year.
Yes.
And throughout my life, I've always seen my mom crocheting.
Oh yeah.
So
that makes sense.
And one day, during my sophomore year, actually, I picked up crocheting. And I loved it. Ever since I crocheted my first single stitch. I fell in love with just working with fiber. So I picked up crocheting, knitting, a little bit of embroidery, tatting. There's a variety, a whole slew of those methods of creating fabric from yarn or thread.
It's they're kind of meditative to do, especially something repetitive. You're just sort of, because I love knitting myself.
What do you typically knit?
Well, I'm from the northern part of the country. Years ago, I've been in Houston like ages, but back up where I grew up, you had a need for really warm sweaters, and I used to make socks even.
Oh, that's great.
And,
with the double pointed.
All the little argyle craziness. And, I was thinking just about your background too. I mean, you're from the Philippines.
Yes.
And how long have you been in Houston?
Actually, Houston the past 4.5 years, since 2014. But when I immigrated to the U.S. from the Philippines, my family moved to Corpus Christi first. South Texas.
Oh wow,
I don't know if you've been there.
Yeah, I have.
Okay. It's a great city.
It is.
I kind of miss it sometimes. But
no, it's nice. There's a good museum there too.
Fine Arts Museum. And then we kind of moved around, went to Austin for a bit, and then settled in Houston.
Yeah, I know, it's,
And I love it here.
yeah, it's amazing how you can fall in love, and I think there's a lot to do here.
Oh,
But,
yeah.
you know, when I came, I was excited about the multicultural
Oh.
influence. Even back then,
Oh,
there
really?
was,
Okay.
you know, communities of people from all over the world.
Okay.
And I had never lived around that. I just grew up in pretty much a German
Oh,
town.
wow, okay.
So it was such a turn on for me that
Okay.
I don't know that I could live somewhere that isn't that way
That's
now.
true.
And now even in my own family, you know, there's this beautiful mixing of cultures and
Oh, that's beautiful to see.
I know, I love this part
yeah.
of it, and it's exciting, it gives me hope.
Yeah, that's true.
It does. And so you address that issue too in your work.
Yeah, actually, yeah, Houston has been my muse the past few years.
Yeah.
I'm just completely enamored with the fact that, you know, you turn this way, you hear one language, and you turn another way. You hear yet another language. And it's beautiful
It really
to be
is.
immersed in.
It really is. I mean, I know Houston probably has its moments of you know, racist issues, and I mean, you still see some of that coming up, but
Tends
in
to
general,
not
it just
be
doesn't-
as intense here.
I know.
Yeah, maybe because of the fact that people come from different walks of life, different backgrounds.
Yeah.
That there's that sense of understanding, a sense of welcoming in a way to other people's opinions and perspectives.
I know. And I love too the influence of being so close to Mexico. Actually, this was Mexico.
Oh, yeah.
Color palettes.
Oh, yeah.
Even when I watched your time lapse, what I loved was I noticed these colored dots above where you're working. So I figure you just sort of choose a color palette and you.
Oh yeah. So whenever I start a new project, because I don't know if you can see, but I have throughout the past few years I've collected a lot of different shades of, you know, same color, brown, different colors too.
Yeah.
And so whenever I start a new project, I kind of just spread them out and pick and choose which shades of brown I want to use in my current project.
Yeah.
And a little bit of resource constraint to play into it.
Yeah.
Because if I don't have much of this particular color, then I'll revert to another shade of brown.
Do you use a specific kind of paper, or is it just general construction paper?
Yeah, general, what they call a scrapbook paper. So they come in standard 12 by 12 inch
Probably
size.
acid-free too.
Acid-free,
Yeah.
and you can buy them all arts and crafts stores.
Yeah, they do. That's true. Time, and you have a regular job.
They do,
Yeah. So that can.
And I have a lot of other pursuits
Well,
that I
I
use
know.
myself with that. But I enjoy it, to be honest. But,
Yes, no,
but they do take up time.
I know. I totally relate to that. I'm always amazed when I meet an artist who spends 8 to 14 hours a day in their studio, and I think, I should be more like that, but there's too many things I love to do.
Yeah, like attending a gallery reception opening.
Right, sure, that, and
or volunteering in an art group. Around town.
That's wonderful. And that's so important too, is being part of that community and having that support as well.
Yeah, speaking of community, actually, because I didn't know where to begin, because about 2.5 years ago I wanted to get into the art scene.
Sure.
So I joined the Visual Arts Alliance group.
Yes.
VAA.
Yeah, no, that's good. That's a good group.
And I got into one of their shows.
Yeah.
And started volunteering and actually I'm in the board of the Visual Arts Alliance.
Oh, good. That'll be a good experience.
And ever since then, I've been able to meet a lot more artists.
It really helps, doesn't it?
It helps to have a community.
It really does. You start to relax about what you're doing, and you're not alone. You don't work alone.
That's true.
It's
and have that natural soundboard to get feedback. In terms of ideas.
I love that. Yeah, it's good that you did that. Instagram, I think it was on Instagram.
Or Facebook.
This really cool, almost like an apron vest. That was the coolest thing.
Oh, thank you. I thought it was weird. I was kind of afraid.
No.
What people would think about
Oh my
it.
gosh. I was thinking all kinds of thoughts. I mean, I was thinking, well, first, I'm a sloppy person in the kitchen, but also my studio, I have aprons. I have various ones. I get paint on them, but that thing covered more, you know, and I'm always getting paint on clothes. I should change my clothes. I have more paint clothes probably than I have in my everyday clothes. Because I end up getting paint on them.
That's alright though. I mean, sign of an artist.
Yeah.
I have a lot of clothes that are paint stream.
Yeah, you do. But those things, did you just came up with that idea yourself?
Oh yeah. So I wanted to make my own vest. So that's why I got a sewing machine 4 years ago.
Okay.
I wanted to make my own kind of clothing, and then
You
back
designed
then
it, then you really...
I got bored one day. I said, well, I made up 3 vests back then. I got, by the 4th one I got bored.
Yeah,
So I said, what if I do something different? So
I love that. I just love that. Well, that shows the, you know, the artist in you too. Just.
But I actually hope to continue doing more of that.
I think you should.
Mashups of different types of clothing.
They're pretty much fun, I'll tell you. And I think I think people would want them. I know I would.
Thank you.
Yeah, they're really neat. I don't want to get paint on them. I just think you just wear it around.
Thank you. So yeah, I'll make more and then I'll keep you posted.
Okay.
What weird things I make.
Yeah, do.
Because for sure, the next one I'll make will have a hoodie.
Oh, that is cool. Oh
Because
my
as an
gosh.
introvert, you just want to escape.
Oh my gosh, that's brilliant. A vest with a hoodie.
It's kind of odd, but
Oh, I think that's great. No, that's what you can say for the introvert. Oh, that's perfect. I love it. I love it. I love that you do allow yourself to play and explore, and that's another reason I think you've come so far, really, in so few years that I can see. And so it's exciting, and I'm glad to bring you to this. And
yeah, I'm glad to have a studio here. Yeah, like what you said, is able to spread out and just have a playground.
And you're in Sabine Street Studios. How long have you been in this space?
I've been here since April last year, since they opened.
Okay, it's been a good
It's been great.
experience. Huh?
Yeah, it's been great. You know, over time I've noticed more and more people are starting to know of the place.
Yeah.
So you know, during our open house, you know,
Yeah.
I see more and more people
Was-
walking through the hallways.
I was going to say, you know, I've been in. I mean, it's right across from Spring Street Studios, and it's so funny because I was there not too long ago and didn't notice this building, and it's new and it's beautiful, and so
It's very inconspicuous. It's just a white metallic building.
that's, you know, I like it.
One would never know it is filled with art studios inside.
It's great. I think it's really good. So.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh! This pencil or?
Actually, different tool and medium.
Okay.
It's actually a PowerPoint.
Oh,
Microsoft
really? Oh, wow.
During school, I was doing supply chain homework, and we had to create a diagram to connect the different buildings to find the most efficient route between them, and that's when I got the idea. What if I start making a bunch of lines?
Oh.
And I started making these kind of abstracted movements. So this particular one is the flight of a hummingbird.
I was going to say, it looks like something is moving across the page. That's beautiful, Anthony. Really.
Friends that walk in or I meet, and I ask them, they want to model.
Oh, that's great. I love that. And do you just do you photograph them first and then?
Yeah, photograph them first. Like, actually, these two young ladies were friends of an artist here, and they just happened to walk by during Second Saturday. And they looked at my work, and they enjoyed it, and I said, "Look, you want to be in a future artwork?"
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
And they posed for me.
Oh, I love that. That you just sort of find like a map almost,
Oh, yeah.
like a topo map.
Topographical map.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, yeah, in college, I was studying architecture for a bit.
Okay. Yeah.
So I see, I guess it kind of escapes from me that architecture, short
Yeah.
and brief architecture experience
Yeah.
through my work.
Oh,
Yeah, they are very topographical.
they're wonderful. Oh.
Pursuing more avenues for me to make more
Yeah,
art.
yeah, and that's
So hopefully
good.
I can have a lot more
Yeah, I love that.
bodies of work in the future.
No, that's really good. It's good that you give yourself that, that wide range to play. I think we lose that sometimes. We lose the fun part. You start to get into, I gotta get serious, and it'll just kill your creative process if you tell yourself it has to be great. That's the worst part.
And actually, that's the best part about the creative process. Seeing what fails.
Exactly.
And learning from it. Yeah.
Yes, and learning
because
from it.
you actually get a lot more feedback information from looking at what I did wrong.
Well, yeah, and it really isn't. There's no wrong with that. I mean, it's painful for me to look at my art of the past, and not that very long ago, some really bad work. It's really painful to look at it sometimes.
You're just difficult on yourself.
It's a good thing I didn't know how bad it was.
Oh no, I'm sure they were.
No, see, you look back and you think, but that's just it. It was just a process, a stage, and it's but I can't see that in yours at all. You're amazing.
I have bags. In my apartment, I have bags of cut paper.
Okay, well,
Scraps, and someday I'll organize them and make something out of them.
Yeah, no, that's good.
I don't want to waste those.
That's the other thing about being an artist, is just sort of collecting material.
Oh, I know, it's so tough. Oh my god. Actually, like right now, I'm just focusing on working with solid colored paper.
Yeah.
Because I do want to get into collage.
Yeah.
Finding magazines and cutting out.
I could see
forms.
Oh my gosh.
But I know myself, once I start doing that, it will get out of hand and I'll start collecting them, and it'll be a mess very quickly.
If you do that, get photos of it. All of it, all over. That's part of the...
Yeah, there's that little bit of a hoarding factor too.
Oh, yeah.
Because you don't want to throw away a piece of magazine because that image on that page might come in handy in the future.
No, you don't know how many artists are dealing with that, because that's what they do. They collect stuff for the possibility of...
I know, you just never know.
You never know. Oh, I know.
So that's why I'm limiting myself to just one type of paper. Yeah. Because
it's just been a joy meeting you, and I'm excited for you and your process and your career. I think you're going to take it pretty far.
Hopefully.
Exciting.
Hopefully I could. If not, that's okay too. I had fun along the way.
Well, that's the thing, is you just, as long as you're enjoying it, it's not about the end result. Yeah. Even though we get caught up in that sometimes,
Yeah, that's one thing I've learned through the past few years, to remove myself from constantly thinking about what the ending will be or should be. And just kind of just going with the flow, rolling with the punches.
Oh my gosh.
And seeing what works and what doesn't, and adapting to it.
It's so important to do that. When you attach stuff to it, it just starts to get...
Yeah, it adds so much pressure on yourself that...
Pressure even.
It's unnecessary. Because there's so many things happening in our lives right now. Internally, externally.
It's so true.
You don't want to add to that.
No, I know, no. And it's just, for me, I guess it is for you too, sometimes a form of escape, or...
Oh yeah, completely, Actually, I picked up art again about 2 years ago, so that's a way for me to completely escape life for a bit.
You can tell.
And I enjoyed it since, and it's been therapeutic, and it's been an enjoyable experience. Having a place to work and spread out, but also it has enabled me to be surrounded by other creatives, and
That helps.
it's
Yes.
that positive feedback loop that
It is true.
I'm inspired even more.
I know, it
because
really is. It is.
I see other people, making their art, their crafts,
Yeah.
and it's just exciting to see.
It does, it
to be a
helps
part of it.
motivate,
Yeah.
doesn't it? It just
It
knowing
does.
others are doing something around you, that's key.
Oh, it is, and I love it. Hopefully, I can continue having a space where I'm surrounded by other artists.
Yeah. Yeah, I just realized you have a great skylight in here.
Yeah, all the studios in this building have
That's
skylights.
wonderful, because you need the daylight, and it's been sort of semi-cloudy today because it's been raining, but I just realized it got really bright in here suddenly. I was like, oh yeah, skylight.
So the rain probably stopped outside.
Yeah, it probably did. That's a good
Yeah.
thing. And just really want to thank you again for letting me come in here to show viewers what you do. And
Well, and thank you for interviewing me. It has truly been an honor.
oh, good.
And
Thank
finally,
you.
it's great to meet you in person.
Yeah, to finally meet. I know.
It seems like I've known you for a while now.
Something about social media, and then if you've been watching any of these, it's kind of funny to know, and nice to know there are some people out there actually watching these. The whole point of this is to show the community
And
what we have here. 'Cause
exactly,
it's
and
amazing.
many of the people that you've interviewed in the past, I've seen most of the videos, except the last few I haven't caught up
Oh,
yet.
okay.
But I'll catch up soon. And most of them I know. And
Oh, that's lovely.
And
Yeah.
so it's exciting to see
It is.
familiar faces
It's amazing what you learn about people you know, even that you didn't realize,
before.
before. So
I know, and it just kind of drives the point that the art community, it's pretty small.
It
Even though
is.
we're in a big city,
Is that
it's a tiny
true?
community. And
it really is. It's a wonderful feeling. It's sort of it's reassuring, and so I felt a need to do something like this. And I don't know how long it'll go, but I
No,
really,
hopefully it continues on.
I hope.
I enjoy watching every single video
Oh, thank you. Thank
that I've
you.
seen so far.
Well, thank you, and I do want to thank the viewers, of course, for watching. And like if you do, and please subscribe, because that helps, get these out to more viewers. And it's the way YouTube works. So, thank you, sir. And
Thank you, Kay.
we will sign